Hello guys, welcome back. We're here at Napelton, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, where we are going to be test driving the 2018 Dodge Charger Hellcat. I want to give a special thanks to Bob Barnett. He has been kind enough to allow us to test drive this and give us our thoughts on it. So without further ado, let's Dodge has the 20-inch light aluminum wheels with big heavy-duty Brembo brakes on all 4 tires, followed by a fully functional front grille meant to cool the brakes as well as to deliver the maximum output to the engine. Now let's hear a little startup of the Hellcat. Now it's time for the fun part. Let's get in this thing and see how it rides. All right, now that we're in the car, it's time to take this thing on the road and see how she handles.
It's got some pickup.
It has a good amount of pickup to it. I will say too, another thing, I mean, this is the first time we're in the car driving it and have maybe gone a quarter mile, but you can really feel how the steering wheel on it's very, very stiff.
Yeah.
It feels kind of turning it just, yeah, like it felt nice.
Seats are comfortable here in the passenger seat.
Pickup.
It's nice because you move, but you don't get thrown back either.
Yes, it's a little more subtle than I had expected. Now I do want to say we do not have the red key, so the red key gives you the full 707 horsepower. We only have the black key with us on hand, and so right now we're putting out around 500 horsepower, so it is going to be a little bit more refined than if we were to have the red key. I guess you'd get the full Hellcat experience, but shoot, 500 horses and a 4,000 pound car feels pretty
it's
pretty,
still plenty.
Yeah,
it's still plenty.
Sounds very nice, very deep throat, like deep roar to it. Has a deep has a little bit of a deep throat on it.
Yeah, the exhaust sounds nice.
You hear that supercharger kick in a little bit. Oh, let's test out the brakes. Like I said, this has 4 Brembo brake disc on it, and yeah, they make a fantastic brake.
Tailed off a little bit.
Jeez. The paddle shifters on this feel very nice. It's not a cheap plastic. It actually has a nice durable, like, metal feel to it, and you feel like a nice response whenever you downshift or upshifting. You really feel it kind of clicking.
Yeah, you can definitely see the quality here in the dash as well. What the hell is this? The shaft. Drive shaft. No, not drive shaft.
What?
That's under the car.
How's your legroom feel, T?
Dude, there's so much leg. I can't even touch the front. I mean, I'm not that tall, but I'm all the way back right now, and I gotta like put my tippy toes out in order to get to the front.
Yeah.
So, and it still looks like there's plenty of room in the back as well. It is a 4-door.
Yes, and this is a Dodge, so it's very big. It is very spacious on the inside. That's one thing I like about Dodge. You know, you get a lot of power, also get plenty of room, while some other sports cars have a lot of power and they're fast and they're cool, they have no back seat. This one allows you to.
You gotta, even sometimes the drivers have to sacrifice comfort. So this one you can get comfortable, go fast, do what you want to do with it.
And we're coming around
casual.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think you're going to be able to do too much casual driving in this. Something about that exhaust and hearing the supercharger kick in, it doesn't really make you just want to drive casual. I honestly just want to keep my foot planted the whole time. Unfortunately, though, there's speed limits and road rules that you have to follow.
And it's not ours.
Yes, and it's not ours.
Again, thank you, Bob.
One thing about this car is that we kind of said, you know, yes, it's a very heavy car, but it feels very nice going in and out of the little S-curves, very planted to the ground. You don't feel a lot of like wiggling or
really?
your rear end sliding out.
Because these do sit up a little bit higher than a lot of cars with this type of power in it.
Like for the Camaro Z01,
they sit lower.
the Shelby GT 350, and
kind of like a tank with speed. It's a smooth ride too.
It is very smooth. You don't feel you don't hear any road noise either.
No, suspension's nice.
Do you feel any of the bumps or? Yeah. And we're on some pretty
old roads.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you feel them, but it just goes right through it.
I thought the M850 in one of our previous reviews had a good exhaust, but something about
it's the Mopar.
Yeah, it's Mopar, American Muscle. It sounds amazing. It's very addicting.
Careful, we got people.
T, you want to take it for a drive now?
I would like to. All right. Turn on the test drive.
Give her hell, Dale.
Give her hell, Dale.
Yeah, I see what you mean about the room. I mean, there is plenty of leg room in this car. I know.
I mean, we're not that tall.
No, but even driving the i8 or the M850, your knees are a little bit closer to the dash, and this you just have a lot more room.
That's what I'm saying. There's comfort here. But yeah, there's no casual driving.
You have plenty of space. It seems to throw some car seats, some teenagers, whoever the hell you want in your back seat. They will fit in your back seat, and you'll still get all the power.
Dude, it just guns it out of there.
How's the gas on this, T? Let's see.
It's not that good.
No?
It's not that good.
Flip over on the controls. See what we're averaging. I think those arrows should be able to do it. That's speed warning.
Speed warning, screen setup,
motion,
messages, audio,
trip info. Oh, all right. So
7.4.
That's not bad. I mean,
I think on the highway the sticker said it averaged about 16 miles per hour. Or 16 miles per gallon. So, I mean, not bad, but it's about a truck.
The amount of fun, though?
The amount of fun it's worth it.
It's priceless. You can get 1 mile a gallon in this car. It's still going to be a car that you're going to want to drive. And no matter the trip. And that's that's another cool thing about this. While yes, you get a very, very fast car, you're getting a sedan that's reading 200 miles an hour on the dash, and this is a car that is practical enough you can bring it anywhere for any trip, unless you're gonna go.
Oh, I would definitely love to cruise the country in this thing.
Yes,
I'll get there as fast as possible, and I'll be comfortable, and can't complain about that.
Yeah. The only thing that this car you really can't go do is go I guess go off-roading and mudding it. I mean, other than that, this would be a car that you would literally want to take on every road trip, and you could do so on every road trip because of its size and its actual, what's the word for it? Practicality. It's a practical vehicle, so.
It's a practical vehicle with a lot of power. There's nothing better than that.
Yeah, but I mean, it really doesn't get any better. Do you see what I mean in the handling? How doesn't it feel very stiff? I like that a lot. I feel like wherever you move the wheel, the car is gonna go there. There's no play in the wheel. You hear that supercharger winding?
Yep. Oh, that sounds nice.
That sounds real nice.
Dude, this thing just glides like. Hugs the corners nice.
Yeah, honestly, I would have a lot of confidence going into a turn at a high speed in this car.
Yeah.
I would not feel scared, being that it's, you know, it's not all-wheel drive, it's a rear-wheel drive car. Doesn't matter. I think the weight kind of helps with that. I mean, I may be wrong, but that's my own personal opinion. I've had the luxury of driving a Challenger for a little while, not SRT8 or a Hellcat, it was an RT, but you know, once again, that was a heavy car that had a good amount of power to it, and you know, I never felt squirrely or squirmy going in and out of turns. It always felt very planted, and I've seen that kind of transition over into this vehicle as well. Sunroof to it.
That's a big sunroof. That's a full on sunroof right there. Yeah, dude, this thing is just. This is nice. Dude. It sounds quiet in here, but on the outside, you guys will see in the video when it's released. That those exhausts, holy shit.
No, he's right. It's a huge difference.
It's like shooting a gun without earmuffs on.
When you're on the inside, you have the earmuffs. When you're on the outside, wow, this car is very, very loud. T, will you hand me that sticker price over there? I want to see what the MSRP on this vehicle is. All right, so this is it's a 2018 Hellcat, and you can get it at Napelton, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram for $78,070.
No, check this out, because we got the manager special. The sticker on the back has $76,000.
Oh,
so a little bit of a discount.
$2,000 off, guys. That's about $50 a month in payments. Actually, I think for a car, I think it's every $1,000 is about 25 bucks a month. That's what my sales job is teaching me. I don't know if it's right or not, so don't quote me on that, but 78,000. What do you think?
If I had it, I'd spend it on it.
all right. So after test driving or reviewing the i8 or the M850, which are, you know, cars that are kind of similar in speed, obviously nowhere near the same category, but they are similar to the amount of power that it gives out. What do you think?
If
you're just going for performance, are you spending double that for BMW?
I don't know, honestly, at this point. I mean, the BMW is nice, you know, but this is, I mean, I don't see anything not nice.
What I like about Dodge is, if you look at like your front dash, the interface system, whatever you want to call it, you know, it's an American car. There's not a whole lot of buttons to play with. Very simple. And anything you need, it's either right here or it's on the screen. And this lets you control it. Heated seats, AC seats. It has a mirror dimmer. Earlier, you heard Tommy talking about the interior, so I just wanted to get a little bit of a video of the inside to see what it looks like. They did a very nice job. You know, this isn't real carbon fiber, but it's pretty good imitation of it. imitation. Another cool thing about this is, you know, all the controls are pretty much either right here or right here. Dodge doesn't have a whole bunch of buttons everywhere. You know, they have their controls on the steering wheel that allow you to basically change your songs, change over the phone calls. It is voice activated, so you can adjust your AC and stuff by just clicking this little button right here. It has a little launch control mode, a SRT mode for when you have the red key fob, and other than that, you know, it just has a big display. Heated seats, AC seats, heated steering wheel. You control all that right here. For the driver, you can dim the mirror automatically from here for nighttime. Nice. And you have your navigation. See, we are in Central Florida. Whoop. These are very, very comfortable seats. You have a little bit of leather on the outside, followed up with some Alcantara, it seems. You have the SRT8 and the little badging in this middle. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the stitch work is awesome too.
It matches the outside of the car, white. Also too, they followed it up with a little bit of leather on the door, Alcantara, and then back to plastic door panels. You have the frosters for the windows right here. The back seats, you can see it has a little bit of leather on the outside, and the center part is Alcantara with the stitching to match the outside of the paint. Also, they transitioned that over into the door panels. You'll see a little bit of leather for your armrest, the center being Alcantara, and then you kind of have your, you know, basic plastic door panel. All right, one more thing. Let's take a look at the trunk. Like, you know, we were talking about on the inside, this is a very big car. It's very practical, and as you can see, it is also a very, very big back trunk. You could probably fit about 2 full suitcases in it. Let's close that up. Final thoughts on this car? Let's start with you.
Final thoughts, you asked me earlier, you know, out of the cars we reviewed, which one I prefer, and I can't lie, for half the price and twice the room with the same amount of power, well, if we got the red key, we'd have more power. I'd probably have to go with this. There's something about American muscle that you just can't turn away from, and that's about it. I can fit a car seat back here. I do have a child, so she likes to go fast as well.
What are some of the things that you don't like about it? Is there anything like that just kind of stands out to you right off the start that you don't like?
I mean, like with the BMWs and, you know, the German luxury cars per se, this is all like leather and stuff and those, so in that, I mean, if you want to, you know, compare that, but
like the dashboard, isn't it?
Yeah, that to me is real minimum. You said it's simple, which I agree with. There's no little knob, and I like that stuff, but it's not practical always.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, I'd have to agree. I mean, I've been a Dodge, I guess, fanboy, whatever you want to call it. I've always just, out of, when you're looking at Ford, Chevy, and Dodge, ever since they released the Challenger back in, I think, 2008, I have just always wanted a Dodge. I've either wanted a Challenger, well, I've mainly always wanted a Challenger. After driving this today, I kind of just want to get in a Hellcat. Yeah. I really want to get into I want to drive a Hellcat Challenger next, hopefully, to maybe see the difference between the two, because while it's the same engine and everything, you know, being that one's a coupe, one's a four-door, I really see the difference. But yeah, I'm a little biased. Just I've always loved the Chargers and the Challengers, and then whenever they came back out with, whenever they released the Hellcat, I was just like, oh, that's my dream car. And for $75,000, I mean, you get 707 horsepower. Like, that's insane. That is, it's awesome. It's fun. It's great. Like, it's a fun car to drive. The only thing that I don't really like about it, while I do like its simplicity, it definitely lacks some aesthetics. Like, it's simple, but even where it's simple, it's not the best. They could have made it a little more metal or a little more carbon fiber throughout. This is a very big car, so while yes, plain is you know, nice sometimes. I think on this car, maybe just the dash itself is a little too plain and a little too wide. I think it would have been nice to see them kind of color match the outside of the car maybe a little bit more, kind of work in some of the white stitching. If they would have even followed up with the white stitching in areas throughout the dash with maybe Alcantara even. I mean, you can even Alcantara it just to give it a little bit more of a kind of cozy feeling, I guess. It feels very empty right now, in my opinion. Like, it just seems like it's an empty space right there in the passenger side of the dashboard.
I can see that.
Other than that, man, I really have like no complaints about driving this. The steering wheel feels not too thin, it's not too thick. You good grip on it. The leather is nice on it. The paddle shifters, it's a good, great metal feel. You feel the clicks in and out of shifting. There's some cars out there where you do hit
There's just like a little tap on this, and you don't know if it's shifted
or not. So,
but this, I mean, you hit a gear and it lets you know.
Once again, thank you, Bob Barnett, for allowing Tommy and I to test drive the 2018 Dodge Charger Hellcat. It was a blast, and I can't wait to test drive some more of your inventory and kind of share to our YouTube followers on what your dealership has to offer to us and what Dodge itself has to offer as a...
Yeah, give them a visit, guys. We've been buying cars from them for as long as I can remember, and they've always taken care of us. They offer great warranties, you know, decent price, reasonable price, everything. It's nice here. They treat you like family when you come in.
Another thing too, they have just remodeled a couple more pieces that are getting finished up right now, but they have a huge inventory here.
They also have a second dealership down in Kissimmee, Florida as well. If you're in that area and you want to buy something maybe this one doesn't have, or vice versa, and it's the same treatment there, you know, they come in, take care of you real nice.
Yes. Well, all right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for us. If you enjoyed this video, please do us a huge favor, give us a like and subscribe. That'll help us out, you know, and hopefully we can start getting more cool cars out, maybe next week or the week after, sometime in the near future. Never know, we might have a Challenger to compare to it. If there's any other cars that you guys want to see, please comment on the video and let us know, and we will try and make it happen.
Also, once we reach 1,000 subscribers, we got a couple t-shirts if you guys are interested.
Oh, yeah.
Away. If you want to let us do a review on your vehicle by chance, you know, message us and we'll get back to you. Maybe we can do something to help compensate you for it. Yeah, and also too, I just want to let you know, our first shirt was a white and black one, and now we have moved to black and white, and we have a few more color options coming out soon. So we'll be posting that on our Instagram, and if you guys like it, you know, go ahead and maybe get you one in the future, or just go ahead and like our Instagram page, like our YouTube page, and once we're at that 1,000 subscribers, we'll be giving one away.